Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming, watching us virtually on this Company Fresh Festival. These kids have been working so hard all year long to create a wonderful performance for you all to see. So much creativity has been involved in this. And before we begin, I just want to introduce our wonderful producers. Before we begin, though, my name is Belicia Charnel Hines, and I am assistant chair and artistic director of the Black Theater and Dance Collective. And I am so happy to be amongst these wonderful creative artists. And now I will present the producers.
Hi, I'm James Fortune, and I am the academic advisor for the Department of Theater and Dance, and I am the advising producer for Company Fresh. And I would next like to introduce the producers, starting with Olivia.
Hello, my name is Olivia Kimes, and I am a third-year dance BFA. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am one of the peer mentor producers for Company Fresh, and my role is in the artistic directing realm. And I'm going to pass it over to Kate.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm Kate. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm one of the producers for Company Fresh, as well as the managing director. I will pass it on to Lisa.
Thanks, Kate. My name is Lisa McCabe. I am a third-year BS dance major, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I am also one of the peer mentor producers, and like Kate, I'm a managing director. And I'm going to pass it off to Morgan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Morgan Listenby. I am a third-year BFA theater major, she, her, hers. And also I am another producer. I am also in the artistic director realm as Olivia, and I'm also a director as well. And I'm passing it on to Liam.
Hi there, my name is Liam Patrick Lynch, and I am a fourth year theater BA major. My pronouns are he, his, him, and my role as one of the producers is taking care of marketing. And I'm very proud of everyone involved in this process. And I'm going to pass it back to Felicia.
Yes. Thank you so much. So you see all of these wonderful students and wonderful advisor James Fortune. This brainchild, actually this started from years before when James started with the peer mentors, a 10-minute play festival they did in March every year for the first year students. And it was a live theater event before, this is pre-COVID era, and they would put on this festival every year so these first year students could have a chance to be able to perform and to be able to dance, act, and even collaborate together and create pieces and put on a wonderful show every year. And so just me being who I am, I was like, hey, let's expand it, let's get bigger. And because of the fact that the pandemic was came around, that I was like, oh, let's start a really Company Fresh, the name of it came from the one and only Cheryl Tursky, one of the colleagues in the department. And we decided to create these different levels of why not have a playwright come in and help create a play with all of the first years together and really have that discussion on their identity and really delve into creating an original piece. So then these plays can be reflective of who they are, and whereas every first year can be involved. And so with all the levels within there, we have grad mentors. So the grad actors are mentors of, there's one for each of the groups. Then there's a playwright for each of the groups. Then there's directors that are upper class students. Then on the other side, we have these wonderful dancers that first year dance students that are creating pieces. And then we have the peer mentors who are over there helping with them and their advisors and working with them, along with those professors with Hannah Anderson and Dr. Ross Mikey Courtney. and then we're coming all together with stage managers for every ensemble, and a production stage manager that, like, our wonderful Morgan Montgomery was helping to, like, really find out what's going on and everything. So we have all of these different entities then coming together in this wonderful festival that we are presenting to you. And so with all of that, that these rehearsals and these creations were have started since the fall. And so so with that, I am more than anything, I am focused on the theater side because that's my area. And then we have the dance side. One of the other faculty advisors, Hannah Anderson, wonderful, helped start a lot of things. And then Dr. Ross Mikey started, Courtney started coming in this semester helping with all of that. And so I like to present to you Dr. Ross Mikey, who will talk about the dance side.
Well, thank you, Belicia Charnel Hines. I am Dr. Ross Mikey Courtney. I'm an assistant professor of dance here at the Maggie Allison Department of Theater and Dance at Wayne State University. And I was involved in the earlier conversations about the development of Company Fresh. I think it was because last year I was one of the faculty advisors for the 10-minute plays, working with James. And I was really excited about the idea of establishing a company that could really work for the students their first year coming in. And we were trying to figure out how we could fold this into the classes for the first year students, the dance students specifically. And Hannah Anderson, who was teaching improvisation, as well as Lisa Lamar Wilmont, who was teaching modern too, they both decided to use portions of their classes to help the students start developing the material that would now become what they produce for the works here in Company Fresh. So they did the grunt work. They essentially gave them prompts and helped them start to shape their ideas. I came in and was like, oh, this is a nice preliminary product. So now in the second semester, when I came along and started working with the freshmen in their second term of Modern 2, we really just looked at how they could evolve the work from where it was in the first semester to be the work that you're now going to see in this production. So I think a lot of this particular production and the work with the dancers was really given to the dancers, and the dancers took the agency to create kind of what they wanted to make. And we love to give the students the opportunity to express their own voices and viewpoints. So that's the approach that we took with the dance portion of things. Now I'm going to turn it back over to my colleague, Belicia Charnel Hines.
Thank you. As you see that this is all about for the students and by the students. As the professors, as faculty and staff members, we're just making sure everything is going smoothly if they need to relate to us or they need help or assisting anything, but it's about them finding a way to make it grow. These producers, they have been producers and artistic directors and managing theater managers, creating everything and working all this. They're the ones who are really doing the grunt work of putting this together, and we're so thankful for these wonderful and creative students that have well, with producing, with directing, with acting, with acting coaching, stage management, with everything to put this together, with filming, because everything has to be virtual. And so I'm going to bring it back to the producers, so if they need to speak about anything, because they know where to go.
Thank you. Yeah, as Felicia said, this is all about the students. This is all about the first year students making some work and getting to know their peers and having some liberty to do so with each other. And so we just want to take this next time to talk to a couple students who we're so lucky to have joining us. About their experiences in Company Fresh, how this whole year process coming to an end, how it's been for them, with just a few short questions. But first, I would love to pass it off to y'all to introduce yourselves. So Morgan Montgomery, she's actually our stage manager of this whole shebang. So I'm gonna start with her. If you would love to introduce yourself and your role here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Olivia. My name is Morgan Montgomery. I'm a first year MFA stage manager. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And as the production stage manager, I actually oversee the stage managers on the individual ensembles. And so I wish that some of them could have been here today to talk about their experience, but I'll be happy to talk for them in a way, I guess. So I'm gonna throw it to Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a first-year dance major. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. And it was really fun to be in Company Fresh. I'm going to throw it to Samantha.
Hello, my name is Samantha Stafford. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a fourth year senior Bachelor of Arts student with a concentration in theater. I have had the absolute honor and pleasure of directing the group who's doing Nope by Lauracia and C. Lee Dion. And it's been a wonderful experience.
Thank you so much. So my first question is going to go to Rachel. Considering your unique role in Company Fresh, how has this year as a part of the company helped you to grow as an artist?
Yeah, so I'm one of the choreographers and dancers in the piece 6 Feet Apart. And it was a lot of fun to choreograph and be a part of, because I got to be a part of all the artistic decisions within it. And being part of such a small group, it was the ability to become closer to them, even throughout this virtual world, that really made this experience such a wonderful thing to be a part of.
Yeah, the work you put together is really incredible. And not to mention, everything being virtual, the editing and the technical work you had to do outside of being a dancer choreographer in your first year here. That's just remarkable. So well done.
Thank you.
My next question goes to Samantha. So what are some challenges, or maybe a challenge that you faced, aside from some major ones that we all know? What is one that really stood out to you that helped you grow as an artist this year in Company Fresh specifically?
So for me, I'm always used to being more of an actor. So taking the role of a director was definitely a shift and a challenge. But it was a really great experience when I was able to help our actors work on storyboarding and creating, like their character entirely. Like we went through and we're like, what is like character development, and how would you like your character to dress, and like finding objects that like reminded us of the characters that are in the script, to really be able to visualize it and to see themselves as the character rather than it just being a character on paper. And that was a great challenge, and it was very cool to see them do all their work.
That's really amazing. Really remarkable the way you were so flexible and really a versatile artist with that and shifting into the role of teacher and mentor. That's so incredible. Lastly, Morgan, I was just wondering if you could speak on the stage directing perspective a little bit, and anything you could maybe share about that experience with Company Fresh this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the incredible parts of this process was that I got to be a mentor to several new stage managers. Never stage managed before. Some of them were actors, some of them were first years who were kind of interested in stage management. And so not only did I get to teach them about the thing I love to do, but also I got to help them through this kind of weird, this is not a normal show process, right? And so I was also changing and adapting and trying to figure out what exactly does a stage manager do in a virtual time? Because it's very different. And so I am so so proud of all the work they did. Um, and beyond that, I of course had the time of my life managing this group because there's a lot of people involved, a lot of moving parts. It was really exciting to it was so complicated, and there was a lot of deadlines, and there was a lot of yeah. I'm just I really did have a great time. So
That's so incredible. Thank you so much. Yes, everyone put in such a insane amount of work on this year-long process, and it is so exciting that it's all coming to a head into these shows you're going to get to see every night this week. So I am going to pass it back to Belicia, and thank you so much, y'all.
Yes, thank you. So, one thing I want to bring up that I didn't say before is that the playwrights, none of them are students. They are, except for one individual, none of them are like associated with the university anymore. Many of them are past graduates from years ago, or also a professional playwright and people who just wanted to help and help with our students. We just asked like, hey, could you be a playwright for our first years? And so they had no idea of of these students, what they were getting into. They just wanted to be able to help and be a part of the process. And so they stepped in, listening to the students, asked the students to create videos so then they could know a little bit more about them and base a play, writing this play off of these individuals. And so only time they had to have they were able to have contact with the students was in a rehearsal. And so I just want to just personally thank them so so much for volunteering their time to be able to be a part of this wonderful experience for them, because they did not have to do this at all. And because they were integral in really making this festival so successful. And also I just want to thank the grad mentors for bringing in their expertise. The grad mentors are first years who, just coming in for the first time, trying to adjust themselves, and they were, mentors to these first years, and then an acting coach coaching them, and so that the first years could get one-on-one acting experience. So with everybody, just and then with just one with James Fortune, just being able to allow the peer mentors to be able to be able to have the room to be able to do this and to create and do all this stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you, producers, for working hard, and because these have been long long nights of putting this together and creating this and working with this idea. Thank you, directors, for coming up. I mean, this is a new experience. So for everybody, thank you, Morgan, for, really teaching these new stage managers. And so for everybody, thank you, dancers. Thank you, Dr. Ross. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Lisa. Everybody coming together to really create such a wonderful experience. Because again, for these students, you're coming to school to be able to the stage is a lab. Just like science, they have a lab, and wondering, understanding how to create these science projects or whatever the things that they're doing. Our stage is a lab. Our studios are a lab, and they need to have that opportunity as soon as they come in to be able to perform and understand what theater, what dance is all about. And we were successfully able to do that for our first years. And I am so grateful that everybody is coming together to really to create and the desire to want to be able to provide these opportunities for our students and to allow their voice and their identity to be heard. So again, thank you. I'm gonna pass it off. If there's anything else anyone wants to say, by all means, say it. So if there's nothing else, thank you so much and enjoy this whole week of festival, of all of this creative, just all of just the muses that come forward with it. Is gonna be on like popcorn. Yes, 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 yes. 2 plays and two dance pieces coming together every day, and enjoy the show. What?
Hi friends, my name is Faith. Some of you may also see me go by Tori. I go by either. And I am the director of the Colonel Bern series, which is partially written by me, partially written by my classmate Alex Morrison, and then partially written by one of my cast members whose name is CJ Rhodes, and you will see her in the play. Colonel Bern series came about after I got to read a monologue that Alex wrote for one of my other cast members, Mark. And it was about this action figure who grants wishes like a genie, which I thought was fantastic. The monologue was fantastic. And I ended up writing a response to that for another cast member. And then we all ended up writing about 5 or 6 more monologues for everyone else in our cast that ended up flowing really well, which was very exciting. So I am super excited to present this for you all. And I know my cast and my grad mentor Ryan is also very excited for this to be presented for a wide audience. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Forgot about the safari. Shit. You are not a failure. You are new. You are learning. You put fucking elephants in your kitchen cabinet. You are perfectly capable of making a brew. It's like making soup. You know how to make soup. Okay, now. Okay. I believe they called me a baby witch. Like I asked to be part of this sisterhood. My old life was fine. Never had to answer to anybody. Never had no curfew. I never had to keep so many secrets. Oh, I'm sorry I can't come out tonight. I promised my mom I'd flip out the couch cushions. Oh, I wish I could, but I work every day this week. Eventually, they catch up to the lies. They come by your work and they don't see you there, so they stop inviting you out. I don't want any of this. What good is it having all these powers if I can't tell anyone? I can never help anyone. Ray's car breaks down in the middle of fucking nowhere in the middle of the night, and I have to wait for him for a tow when a simple flick of my wrist could solve all of his car problems permanently. So what is the point? What happens when the world descends into chaos and the world needs help from something or someone outside of themselves? People like us. No. We just let them waste themselves. No intervention whatsoever. Maybe they weren't wrong in calling me a baby witch. What did I just do?
Whoa. Oh, there's no way. No, there's absolutely no way. Whoa. Okay. Let's try this again. I really wish I had a pizza right now.
Bruh, I'm ordering sujos. What toppings do you want?
Holy shit. A bacon! Holy shit, Graziel Colonel Bern action figure is a genie!
Bro, who are you talking to?
Bro, shut up! I can have anything. Wait. Maybe I should think responsibly about this. Alright, Colonel Bern, here's the deal. I am up to my ass in loans right now. Is there any way you can handle that? Okay, responsible time is over. Colonel Byrne, the PS5 is completely sold out, but I need that console. I need you to get it for me, or like, I need for them to restock, because I'm not paying twice over from some third-party source, man. I'm so tired of people taking things and screwing the rest of us over just because they can. I mean, I've never had as much as everyone else. I've always felt so far behind everyone else. Almost like I've never had anything. I don't really think a game console is that big of an ask, you know? Is it? No, I know it's not. But there is for sure someone else who actually needs you. Probably someone who's got a PS5 as the last thing on their minds. Let's see. No. 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 Man, who is that guy Allie dated way back when? What was his name? Mac? No. Mark! Oh, it was Mark. It seems like he's still trying to get sober. But he is really trying. Man, it seems like he really needs the extra support. Alright. I don't know how much magic you have left in you, Colonel Byrne, but let's make sure he gets taken care of, will ya?
Bro, seriously, who are you talking to?
Bro, shut up!
To fear love. To fear love is to fear life. And those who fear life are already 3 parts dead. Earl Russell said that. He was an analytical philosopher, and where am I going with this? I lied to you about a lot, and I can't put this off because I think I'll explode inside, so here goes. You know that Colonel Byrne figure I have above my bed? Yeah, the rocket firing Colonel Byrne? Well, it was in my uncle's attic when I found it. It's like super rare, I guess, and worth a lot of money, and fuck it. Yeah, it's cursed. Yeah, yup, or charmed, or something. Yes, I know that sounds absolutely batshit, but like, hear me out. Oh, I know, but listen. Look, haven't you noticed how much things have changed since we started dating? I don't live at home anymore. I have a nice loft. I can take you out to fancy meals and buy you fancy things, and well, I've been sober for 7 months now, which is just crazy. I didn't think I could do it, but I did, and you didn't even know that. I wasn't sober, so... Do you see where I'm going with this? Hey, wait, look, hey. I'm sorry, but this is real. I know you don't want it to be, but it is. I told Colonel Byrne that I wanted you, and he said, okay. And I've never been happier. I never looked back. Oh, I didn't lie. I've never seen anyone so perfect, so fucking unattainable in my eyes, and I fell so fucking hard that Please don't leave. Does it feel real for you? Does it? Has it always? Because that's all that matters. Fuck the toy. Just look at me. Look at me! It's always been me. And I know I'm not perfect. I know. but I wish with my whole heart and being that my life would change for the better. I didn't know the better would be you. Any other person would have wished for cars and mansions and pools and other stupid shit, but I only wish for my best future. I mean, come on. What would you have done?
Who the hell do you think you are? Alibaba? I'm supposed to believe that you're wholesome because you wished for affection instead of a car? No, don't touch me. Don't you dare touch me. What, you asked your magic genie doll for a human and it said, okay. You didn't know better would be me, but you specifically asked Colonel Bern to give you a person. How does that work? That's fucked. This isn't real. This relationship is not real. You wished for me. I can't believe this. You didn't earn my love. You didn't earn my affection. There's nothing you could have done to make me not want this. So what did Colonel Bern do, huh? You got everything right because the Colonel told you. Didn't miss a single step. All the museums, concerts, midnight picnics. Loved every second of it. Nothing was ever out of place. Everything felt so right. Everything was too good. Did you even put any effort in planning our dates? Or was it the doll? Maybe my feelings for you aren't even real. Maybe they've all been falsely generated like the rest of your life. They have nothing to do with me. You knew exactly what you were doing when you made that wish. So maybe next time, instead of wishing for a woman, why don't you wish for a car or a mansion? I have no idea how we move forward. There's no way of knowing if we're actually good together, and I'm not even sure that I want to try and fix this. My feelings haven't been my own since we started dating. If you really love me as much as you say you do, then tell Colonel Bern to leave our relationship alone. I want to see who you are. I want to know that my love for you is genuine and that yours is for me. I don't want to have to second guess my feelings. Are you capable of doing that?
Here we go. I don't know if I would have it in me to do this under any other circumstances, but I quit. I'm done. For months, I've been trying to get my foot in the door. I've been trying to be a part of this elite, higher-up club that all you executives have somehow formed, and nothing has come from it. Nothing. When I first became a part of your team, I felt elated that I had arrived at the corporate level I desired my whole life, to be a part of this corporation, thinking I was now in a position to make an impact in our society that would allow me to use poetic justice and help assist the heaven in reverse. Oh, please understand, I am fully aware of what is required to maintain a lucrative Fortune 500 C Corp. However, I'm also aware that corruption is everywhere. And no matter how profound one's education or talent may be, I will conclude that you bait us for your essential corporate benefits and exploit our potential as you feed us crumbs at your elaborate table. I believe it's called a trophy wife. So rather than sit here and allow you all to continue to exploit me the way you have been for the past, 6 months? I'm going to leave. Never in my life have I been a part of such a stale group of people.
I told you everything, how I felt, what I wanted. There's nothing left to talk about. I think the craziest part is how I ended up here. Though I should have known, right? I didn't want to come home, Mom. That wasn't the plan. But I'm here. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Well, my plan, that is. I'm always playing some character in your story. And just when I thought I'd get a show to myself, it was taken from me under the title of Love, Disease, and False Freedom. Sounds better than it is. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to just up and leave and never look back. But it was never an option. You always controlled everything. I don't even know what my everything is. I haven't been able to exactly answer that for myself. But you know, the depression changed the rainbow into gray, black, and white. So I believe everything is just the wrong color. I need to change my sight or something. Get new glasses, maybe? Or at least a new outlook on life. I'm gonna need a new cell phone plan. Maybe I'll go to London or something. Somewhere people don't know me. Somewhere where nobody has any expectations of me. I can write my own story. My passport is in my bag. I have just enough saved up. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll dance my way through Europe. Maybe I'll just walk my way through. I'll do just about anything to never have to come back here to you. Shouldn't be too much of a strain on you. All you have to do is find somebody to be secondary to your story. Not a tough task at all. Call, don't call, doesn't make any difference to me. I hope you find whatever it is you messed up this relationship looking for. I wish you the best.
Hello. Welcome to my home. So tell me, what do you want? A life full of happiness? A life without regret? A life full of love? What about a life full of money, with confidence and pride? Tell me, what do you want? Well, you must want something. We all want something, even if it's just to want. That's the selfishness of a human being. Now, of course, there are boundaries. There's desire and... what's the other one? Obsession. But when is it considered selfish? You don't know. Well, hey, few people do. So you're not alone. But let me tell you this. You have a life. So live it. You deserve so much. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to find peace and to find love and to find anything you want, because this is your life. You deserve to live it. Now, there's the Bible. Yeah. There's other books
then religions that work as a guide to help guide you. But even I have trouble believing in heaven and all that good fun stuff. So I'm not going to guide you towards anything. But I do know one thing. Don't ever think your wants don't matter. You weren't put on this earth to suffer. You were put here to live how you choose to. And you need to fulfill it. Fulfill your job and be whatever you want. Be a little distant or be a little wanty and be a little selfish. Have a desire. You have a life. You are alive. So live. Have fun.
To me, Freedom Players is a space to explore. It's helped me grow in confidence, and it's challenged me to be the best actor, designer, playwright, and leader I can be.
Freedom Players gave me the strength to create and liberate with my art and to really make an impact.
There's a family that you're born in, and a family that you can choose. Freedom Players is the family that I chose.
For more information on how to join the Freedom Players, contact Belicia Charnel Hines at belicia.hines@wayne.edu. Freedom Players. Unite, create, liberate.
Hello all, my name is Jaden Cable and I am the group leader for our company Fresh Peace Board meeting. This is a collaborative group with Elijah Lennington, Caitlin Oliver, and Maggie Gates. And with assistance of Matthew Dahar, we were able to create an original soundscape for this piece. This idea began in our contemporary breakout room to showcase how difficult it is within each of our different personalities to learn on Zoom. For a lot of us, this was our first year at a university, and having this experience makes us very fortunate to, when we are able to come and dance together in one space again, we will be a lot more appreciative of it. I really hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Listenby and I am the director of the play And Justice for All, written by the amazing Brandon Wright. So this play is about 4 people, regular day American citizens in the United States, who are randomly selected to be a part of the Supreme Court Justice Nomination Committee, where they have to find a common ground with one another to find a Supreme Court Justice nomination pick. Someone that is better for our country, that will represent it the best way they can, and that has to make major decisions and laws that affect everyday people. So this pick is in all of their hands, and they have to go through an immense journey to find that, whether, externally with one another, find that common ground and settling the differences despite them in your political views or whatnot, or that situation, and even internally within themselves, each character, with their personal journeys and what they have to bring to the table. We have found this whole entire process through many ways, through creative free writing, improv, character work, such as like interviewing each other, mock situations and whatnot, and engaging in so many conversations after another for what this entire play has to deal with. And of course, I have to shout out my entire cast and creative team, because art is collaborative. It's not just me, it is all of us in it together that we have made this amazing, beautiful piece together, so I just want to shout out first, Brandon Wright, amazing, brilliant playwright who has given every single character a voice, have amplified them, just outstanding. Also my grad mentor, and who's also acted in this play, X, who's been my absolute rock. My cast, Jeff, Graham, Kyra, and Asha, and of course my designer and editor Talia, and my stage manager Joe. I couldn't have done it without them. They have made this play the best experience, one of the best experiences of my life. And I couldn't have asked for a better team, a better ensemble, a better cast, a better family to work with and to be a part of. So thank you to them. And we hope you enjoy this play. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hi.
Hey there. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? I can't.
Looks like he's having some issues there.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket, how do you work this thing? Ah! Hi! How we doing? Hi, I'm Solomon. Did we do that already? Yeah, I'm sorry to be tardy. My dog Sheets, well, he's got gout, and the gout kind of freaks him out, and it gives him gas, and, well, big dog, small apartment. Anyways, howdy. I'm Solomon. I am so excited about this. Whatever this is. Let's see. I'm from Milwaukee.
We haven't really. I think we're still waiting on people.
Oh, whoopsie. Sorry about that. It's just, I've never really done anything like this before, and I am so, isn't this cool? Democracy at work. You know, we the people performing our civic duty and exercising our rights.
I like your enthusiasm.
Oh, man, I listen to NPR religiously. Basically a walking, talking human constitution. Every single word. Right up here in the old noggin, so I got us covered there. So, I mean, should we just dive right in, or?
I think maybe we should wait for the letter says that we're gonna get some type of instructions once we're all here.
Ah, good point. Anybody know what?
Yeah, no, I think we're all just as new at this. I got this letter the email told me to click the link, show up here, and boom. I don't know if it was real. Frankly, I thought it was spam at first. I mean, who would have thought you could get a letter from the government, the actual government?
I told my wife, Susan, would you guys like to meet her? Sue! Susie! Just a second. She won't be able to make it down.
Shame.
Any whatsoever. I told her, I said, Susie, she does insurance for a law firm, so this is right up her alley. I tell her I got this email from the gov, and it looks pretty sketch. I asked her to look it over. She gave it the old 1-2, said it looked a fish. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we are.
Great. Anybody know how long this is supposed to take? I gotta get to my kids.
Well, who's in charge here?
Hold on. I got my letter here. Let me just take a gander.
Is this even everyone? I mean, are we all met?
Anyone ever done any of these before?
No.
Negative. First timer here. A civil servant virgin, as it were.
Sorry. Hi. Sorry. I couldn't get my internet to, work and blah. Anyways, hi everyone. I'm T. So have we started yet? Or are you guys in the middle of things already?
No. Come on in. You're just fine.
T, a big fat welcome to you. I don't think we know exactly how many us's there are. We were waiting for everyone to get here before. Well, I was gonna dive right into introductorinos, but my lady here pumped the brakes on that and thought we should wait till everyone was here, which was a really good call because now there's you. Voila.
Oh, well, gee, thanks.
She, her, hers.
I'm sorry?
Your pronouns. She, her, hers. I don't want to assume anything, but just for clarification.
So anyways, what's happening? Are there some rules or some shit?
Girl, we don't know. So far, it's just a really bad high school reunion.
Aha! Okay, so according to the letter, we should be greeted by a facilitator once we're all here. The facilitator shall remain anonymous to the group so as to protect the Republic. Oh, big shot. And shall serve as the deciding vote should we end in a tie.
Well, is there a number or something to call?
Hello, and on behalf of the United States Department of Judicial Affairs, welcome. Before we can officially begin, I'm going to ask you to hold up your certification letters so that I can record your ID numbers located at the upper right corner. Thank you. I have a few quick announcements before we get started. First, as you all know, you are here today to serve as a member of the newly formed Citizen Supreme Court Search Committee. During today's session, you all will work together to nominate the next Supreme Court Justice of the United States. Your nomination will be passed along to the Senate Judicial Committee for review, to the Senate floor for their recommendation, and finally, to the White House for official appointment to the Supreme Court. This session will be governed by a few ground rules. This is a closed and government-secured session. Your identities will remain anonymous to the general public, so no other persons shall be admitted into the room at any time. For your protection and the confidentiality of classified information, your cellular devices have been disabled. Services will be restored no later than 10 minutes after the session ends. Today's session will be recorded for archival purposes. However, you may not download, screenshot, or otherwise store any part of today's proceedings. I will be here to monitor your proceedings at all times and will serve as the deciding vote should you arrive at a tie. As per the pledge of duty you signed in the waiting room, I must remind you that you are under oath. Attempting to inflate, manipulate, or otherwise aggravate today's proceedings is considered a treasonous offense and punishable by up to 36 months in federal prison. And finally, there will be a 10-minute break for every 40 minutes of session. The dossier with information on the candidates is being uploaded at this time. To avoid partisan biases, we have taken each candidate and assigned them a temporary ID badge.
Ooh, it's like the Masked Singer.
The uploading process should take just a few moments. You are free to talk amongst yourselves until I return.
Huh? I mean,
Welcome to the first day of school.
If we didn't think this was serious before, I'd say we're right in the thick of it now. The virtual bunker. So, now's a good time to, round robin, I guess. Shall we? Alright, I'll start. My name is Solomon. Okay. I know the letter says we're not supposed to share our last names, but what the heck, Solomon S. I live in Milwaukee with my wife and our fur baby. I'm in IT. Coding, designing, all that. I dabble in jujitsu, crossword puzzles. Ooh, and I've got a mean shakshuka recipe. And I'm an empath. And with that, I'll go ahead and pass the invisible baton.
Hi, everyone. I am Nitra. I'm from Detroit. I work in HR. I have 2 boys. I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to say. So.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. I'm Edward. Eddie's fine. I'm a husband, a soon-to-be grandfather, an educator. I moved around a bit, Toronto, Hawaii, England, and also in the States, Illinois, Florida, Arkansas. Happy to be here with you folks.
Okay, my turn. I'm T, and I'm from
What's the T short for?
T. I'm from Virginia. I'm a student and a tattoo artist.
What are you studying there, T?
Molecular biology. I hope to create my own eco-friendly, badass cosmetic and skincare line.
That's wonderful. When I first started teaching, I was planning.
All right, everyone, we are ready to begin. I am now sharing with you all the files on each of our candidates. This is the only information you will be able to access on each candidate at this time. Names, genders, and political affiliations have all been classified. To ensure that we get enough time for each candidate, I will periodically advise you of the time left in each session. Any questions?
Are there coffee and donuts? Sorry, just a little e-humor there for you.
Let's get started, shall we? Remember, I'll be here to monitor the proceedings and assist if necessary. The U.S. Committee on Judicial Affairs thanks you for your service, and our first 40-minute session begins now.
Okay, so candidate number 1, member of the American Bar Association, the Hispanic Bar Association, is a BA in criminology from NCSU, a JD from FSU.
Anybody know where FSU ranks nationally?
I'm sure we could find out. Let me consult with Le Google.
As a reminder, cellular service is disabled at this time. That includes Google.
Hey, Alexa.
Hey, boy, don't play with me.
Sorry. No, sorry.
I'm sure if the national rankings were that important, they would have provided them. Okay, let's try to move on. I think we should establish an ethos of sorts. Like, what are we actually here to do? What values or qualities do we want to see in the next Supreme Court justice?
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, the question we got to ask ourselves is, like, what are we doing here? I mean, they didn't call us in here to sit around and draw fish. We're here to do our country a service. There is so much that's going to be determined by what we decide here today. I mean,
Well, sure. I mean, where to distribute money, where to put a park, those things don't have life or death consequences.
But a woman's right to choose, healthcare and equal access to education, fair and equal human rights, those things matter. And I want us to make sure that we're focused on those things, on our children and generations to come.
and can I just say that I am so freaking excited about this. I am proud to be an American, proud to be on the Supreme Court nominating committee. So, power to the people.
T, I'm curious to hear what things matter to you in this moment. So, what do you want to see come out of this decision?
Balance. I think balance is really important. There's so much imbalance in this country. What men make compared to women, the number of people of color in top positions. I just feel like the Supreme Court should focus more on those issues and making things fairer for everyone, not just people who look like
Me?
Well, yeah, I mean, no offense.
None taken. Hey, I think you're right. Hey, I know I don't have all the answers. My life has come with its share of difficulties, but I'm aware enough to perhaps say that those things would have been more difficult if I weren't white and male. And even though I don't share certain experiences, this stuff still affects me. And I wish more white men would just come out and say that. This stuff, all of it, it's frustrating and frightening. I'm purposely avoiding talking to a good friend of mine because we disagree politically. Sure, we discuss the general stuff like how your kids play the new golf course up in Fremont. We don't talk. We've been friends for over 2 decades, and now 25 years of friendship reduced to 2 idiots running for president. I'm just hoping that what we do here today somehow makes it possible for us to just talk to one another again.
All right, so, why don't we start with the personal statements and find out where each candidate lies on the major issues?
I like the way you think, Miss Nitra. Hey, let's get this freedom trainer rolling, why don't we? Boo, boo. That wasn't my point at all.
Well, what was your point?
Yeah, I sure would like to know. Exactly. You don't have one.
Hey, that's not fair, okay? I was only trying to... Come on. Eddie, dude, compadre, help me out here.
Oh, no. I've been married for 23 years. If there's one thing I know, it's that look on a woman's face.
Look, I just wanted to say... all right. Hey, I see what's happening here, and I don't want any part of that at all.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
No. This is clearly just the perfect setup for... Are you really gonna make me say it?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Let's all get together and turn on the white guy.
My husband is white.
Wow. Okay. Didn't see that coming. He is?
No. But damn, that look on your face is priceless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go right on ahead. Chuckle it up, you two. I tell you, this is serious business. We are here by the order of the U.S. Constitution, and I take that pretty frickin' serious. Excuse me if I get a little overzealous.
And what if we don't want to?
What if what?
Excuse you. What if we don't want to excuse you?
Well, I don't know. That would seem a little unfair.
So it's unfair to hold you accountable for what you said, but it's not unfair for you to open your gums and let it rip.
What you don't understand is overzealous for you is labeled as angry from me or aggressive for a black man. See, overzealous gets you a slap on the wrist and gets my son a booking or a bullet.
Humpty Dumpty, look. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
Yeah, we got that part.
I was trying to be diplomatic. I didn't think anyone would get emotional.
You're not really doing a great job here if you think you're trying to turn this boat around.
All I'm saying is that if I had had the slightest inkling that we'd get into all this, I'd have zipped my lips and thrown away the key.
What did you think would happen? There's a lot at stake in this decision. Money, federal money. We can't just bypass that because it doesn't directly affect you.
That money has to go towards Planned Parenthood and school districts. Money that's already disproportionately you got me so angry. Money that has already disproportionately dispersed, and everybody in this room knows it.
And I apologize if I somehow misrepresented myself in my comments. I thought that we were all coming from a mutual
See,
understanding.
that's the thing. We don't come from a mutual anything. Look at this screen right now. What is mutual about what you see?
Well, we are all American.
Yeah, and when's the last time that excuse worked for a black man getting stopped by the cops?
Well, we all know we don't live in a perfect society, but I would hope that we could at least...
I'm sorry, Eddie. But we're not making decision based on the world you or any of us hopes to live in. We have to base our decision on what exists today. And the reality is that we don't come from any kind of mutual background, period.
Yeah, the results of this decision will play out differently for everyone in this room. And unless you can check off white, male, and straight on the magic checklist, the system ain't here for you. Okay, we owe it to ourselves to look at this thing from every possible angle and make a decision that is in the best interest of the people we represent.
I'd just like to remind us that we're only electing one official to the bench.
Yeah, and that one has the potential to sway the whole bench one way or the other.
But that's their job. Our job is simply to pick the best candidate from the bunch.
That's all I'm here to do.
Well, we are on some sort of time constraint here, so maybe we can put this little spat behind us and get back to the purpose.
This is the purpose! The person we nominate today gets a life appointment to the Supreme Court. A life appointment.
Well, yeah, but that's got to be kind of a double-edged sword, don't you think?
How do you mean?
I'm just saying, I don't know if any ordinary person is going to be gunning for a seat on the grand old SC bench. I mean, that kind of pressure can't be something that every judge is after.
Yeah, but that paycheck would be.
Well, now, wait a minute. He may be onto something here. Perhaps there's something to be said for the folks whose applications made their way to us. I mean, maybe we're really looking at a canon of heroes. These people are bold enough to put their lives and families under the microscope for the rest of their lives in service to their country. It's remarkable when you think of it.
Oh, so now all of a sudden we expect a mighty Supreme Court to put on their superhero capes and actually do their job? I mean, where was the Supreme Court in Sandy Hook? In Charleston? In fucking Flint?
Well, I don't know that those are all... What I'm saying here is that we do have systems in place.
Here we go with the systems. The systems. The same systems that were designed by people of privilege for people of privilege. Those systems.
I agree that there are holes, but we do have local and state courts. Shouldn't it be more on them to right certain wrongs? Is the Supreme Court supposed to just evade the process? I mean, the courts just can't just mold the Constitution.
As the final arbiter of the law, the court is charged with ensuring the American people the promise of equal justice under the law, and thereby also functions as guardian and interpreter of the Constitution. Now tell me again, what can't be molded by the interpreters of the Constitution?
Well, that's a gross misinterpretation of what
the Constitution. Really?
Of the principal responsibility of
my Constitution saying something like one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty,
The court is supposed to
and
be,
justice for all.
well, if you're just going to cut me off.
See, let him make his point. But I sure hope it's a good one.
Look, I understand where you're coming from. Really, I do. But our democracy is generations old. And I, for one, want to believe the system we have is a pretty decently functioning one. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, yes, but that doesn't mean they have the right to abuse that power.
Okay, but since when is stepping in and speaking up for what's right an abuse of power?
I guess what I'm saying is we, the people, have to allow the system to work itself out. Trust the chain of command. Can you at least agree with me on that, T?
You have your opinion and I have mine.
Well, that doesn't mean we can't try to understand each other's perspective, does it? Shouldn't we at least talk about it?
No, we shouldn't. I mean, that's the problem. All you want to do is talk. You people, you want to talk about everything. You want to excuse everything. You want to explain everything. You want to apologize for everything. You want to talk about everything. Why is that? Why do you feel the need to talk all the time? Where has that gotten you? Gotten us? I mean, has that worked in the last, 400 years? Instead of talking, it's just time for you to listen.
Pledge of Allegiance, by the way.
What?
Nothing. T, her quotum above a moment ago, she said it was from the Constitution. It's the Pledge of Allegiance. Solomon, open mouth, insert foot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes another 40 minutes of session. We will now have a short recess and proceedings will resume in 10 minutes.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey there. Ugh, almost over.
Yeah. What a day, right? I'm sure my best friend's probably going crazy by now, not hearing from me for this long. We talk all day, every day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, we grew up together in the hell and back. I mean, I'm an only child, but I swear blood couldn't make us any closer. There's the family you're born with, and then there's your chosen family, the people you can trust no matter what.
Girl, I know what you mean. Both of my sisters are my best friends. I'm blessed. My husband and my children, they're my rock. Now, don't get me wrong. It is not easy raising two boys. Counting my husband makes three.
How long have you been married?
3.5 years. We're still finding our way, but somehow when it counts, that man always comes through for me. Every time. You want a family?
If my mom had it her way, I'd be married with a village of children by now.
Girl, I know. My mom already had 3 grandchildren before I had my first son, and she was still gunning for my uterus. I remember that pressure all too well.
What is that about? Like, why do parents expect people my age to have their lives figured out? Like, newsflash, we don't. I mean, especially now, look at the world we're living in. Most of us are doing good just to get out of bed in the morning. But everybody's all like, what do you want to do with your life? What's your legacy gonna be? Girl, if I can get my lashes on straight, I call that a win, okay?
Okay, amen. Hello.
Like, I just don't want to be rushed in anything. And I just wish people would get that. Parents, professors, people think you're unmotivated if you're not ready to sign your life away at 21. Like, no. I can be passionate about things and not ready to dedicate my life to it. That doesn't mean that I don't want to eventually do something with my life. But right now, I just want to live it.
You sound a lot smarter than I did, and a lot braver too. I was too afraid to live. I was so worried about making sure that I was ready for whenever the right man came along. If I couldn't keep nothing else, I was gonna keep a man. Come on now. You're telling me there's not some part of you that wants to fall in love?
I mean, yeah, but like, what is love? But what is love? You know, like we all have this pretty picture of it, this idea of it, but what is it actually?
I feel like, I don't know. I think love is that thing that makes you come back.
Mm.
You know, it makes you put up with a person even when you know good and damn well you should not be putting up with them. It's being there for a person even though you know in the back of your mind that there comes a time when they won't need you as much. It's more than just saying I love you. Love is action.
Welcome back to The Price is Right. What are you fabulous folks discussing?
We're talking about love.
Mm.
Something married. What's your definition of love?
Holy cannoli, love is everything, if you ask me. It is the reason why we exist. God, it's just the greatest feeling. I mean, I remember when I met my wife. Talk about love at first sight. I was leaving Katz's, a famous deli in NYC. And as I turned onto Houston Street to head back to work, she was walking towards me with her dog. And bingo. Everything just made sense. I mean, if I could share that feeling with every single person in the world, I would. It's unbelievable. Someone just appears out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you realize you're looking at the reason that everything in your life has happened to bring me to this exact moment of meeting the love of my life.
Solomon, you haven't even taken me to dinner yet.
Whoops, sorry there, Edo. Sorry to disappoint, but I was talking about the missus. Our lovely co-host here asked me about my views on the L word. Hey, I bet Eddie's got a pretty fantastic definition of it.
Yeah. Eddie, what do you think love is?
Me? I don't know that love can be any one thing. I think it comes in all different forms and shapes and sizes. It grows, it changes. I like to think I experience love in various forms. There's a love I have for my wife, love for my cousins, my closest friends. Those aren't all the same kinds of love, but it's all love nonetheless.
You know, I get that, Eddie. So my husband and I used to go back and forth all the time. I love you more. No, I love you more. And I think now that our love for each other has like evolved, and we've grown out of that. We don't feel the need to compare or measure love. And the way I love my husband isn't the way I love my kids, but I do love them all. I mean, that's valid, right?
Very.
You're here. So, who's ready to VOTE?
Listen, I just want to say I'm proud of us for making it through today. We've had some rough patches, but at the end, you know, we came together for a common good, and that's what I'm walking away with today.
Our votes may be split, but we came from a united front. I was really intimidated when I realized I was the youngest one here. But y'all really let me have a voice.
Maybe there's a committee reunion over shakshuka on the other side of this whole thing, huh, Solomon?
On one condition.
What's that?
Nietzsche's got to bring us all some Detroit hot coney dogs.
Solomon. Just say coney dog, all right? And you got yourself a deal.
Hey, does anyone know where our facilitator is? Weren't we supposed to be back a few minutes ago?
Oh, you're right. I haven't heard the bell or anything. Have you?
Ooh! Knock, knock.
No, Solomon. Mm-mm.
Come on.
I'll bite. Who's there?
No bell.
No bell? Who?
No bell. That's why I knocked. Okay. I got another one.
Oh, thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the delay. In just a moment, you'll receive a link which will take you to a secure and confidential voting portal. I must remind you that you are only able to vote once. After your vote is submitted, you will not be able to go back, so please choose carefully. During the voting process, all communication will be disabled. Please remain in the room after you vote. A final verification will be performed in order to restore service to your mobile devices. Then you will be formally dismissed. Any questions? Excellent. Please stand by for the voting process to begin.
This is something. This whole experience has been something.
Yeah, this is wild.
I have to know before we do this. What's going through your guys' heads right now? I mean, mine is all SpaghettiOs right about now.
I'm thinking about my grandmother. Okay, so as Black women, our voices have been silenced in the space for so long. And I know it's cliche, but people actually bled and died, spent their lives fighting for a country that was fighting against them the whole time. I wonder what she'd say right now if she knew her granddaughter was on the Supreme Court nominating committee.
I feel especially hopeful at this moment. As far as I see it, there's no better way for a nation to show it's listening to its constituents than to put the power directly into their hands. This gives me hope in humanity and people's good common sense.
Haven't been all that proud to be an American. There's so much shit going wrong in this country and so many people who have really shitty point of views that won't even take the time to learn better. Right now, despite being nervous as hell, I'm proud. I get tired of hearing about all I can and should do when I get older. It's nice to know that I can make a change now.
You know, I have the perfect song for this moment right now.
I'm going to have to get this facilitator's name and address so I can send them a thank you note.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just been sent links for your individual voting portals. Communication will now be temporarily disabled. However, you will hear my voice as I prompt you through the voting process. At this time, please click the link. When your portals open, you'll need to enter your identification number. As a reminder, it is located at the top right corner of your certification letter. You are now being redirected to the voting portal. You should see each candidate's temporary ID badge, which links directly to their individual profile. Take a moment to review and ensure that you are voting for your preferred candidate. When you are ready, signify by checking the box at the bottom of the screen. We will proceed once everyone has checked the box. Thank you. And now to cast your votes. Please check the box next to the temporary ID badge of the candidate you would like to vote for. As a reminder, once your vote is submitted, no changes can be made. It looks like all the votes are in. You should see a confirmation page now. Great. Thank you for your cooperation. And would you look at that? A unanimous vote. Congratulations, folks. I'll need just a moment to gather some of the final details, and then I'll be back to officially release you.
Oh, I know, right? Shock of the century. I thought we were pretty divided going into this, but all for one and one for all. Heck yeah. Man, I'm going to shakshuka you guys so hard.
Did anybody else notice that?
I don't think I did that right.
I had some kind of glitch.
I didn't. I mean, everything was fine on my end.
How can we, Mr. Monitor? Did we get a name or anything?
No, I don't believe we did.
Okay, I clearly selected one person, but it said my vote was confirmed for someone else.
Mine flashed so fast I couldn't even tell what happened. And I know it was confidential and all, but unanimous? I don't remember us being on the same page about who we were voting for.
Nope.
Well, he said he'd be back, so maybe all will be well in a jiff. Probably just a little technical snafu. I mean, things like this happen all the time in the world of IT.
Yeah, but when the Supreme Court Justice nomination is on the line?
Yeah, an issue for one of us maybe, but everyone? I mean, we all saw something happen, right?
My vote definitely changed.
It was like something took over my computer.
Or someone. What do you think, Solomon?
There could be a number of explanations for what you folks are saying. I mean, I see things like this all the time. And to be honest with you, these government servers aren't all they're cracked up to be. The number of work calls we get to debug a councilman's computer, kill a virus on Senator so-and-so's laptop. It's not completely inconceivable that,
that a tech guy could find a backdoor into the system and tamper with our votes.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Solomon?
Ain't this about a bitch?
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Just 1 minute here. I did not... This is absurd.
Well, come on, Solomon. This has your name written all over it, tech guy.
Solomon, please tell me you didn't do this. Please tell me you didn't actually try to rig the nomination of the Supreme Court Justice.
I can't believe you're asking me this.
How do we know you weren't behind this whole thing? Planted us from the very beginning.
Have I not been here with you guys the entire time?
What you haven't done is answered the question.
Hate to say it, Solomon, but she's got a point. I mean, if you didn't do it, just say you didn't do it.
Oh, and that will clear my name?
You gotta give us something.
You were the only one who didn't have a problem with voting. You said so yourself.
So that means that I rigged the whole thing?
It means we want you to answer the question. Did you do it? It's a simple yes or no.
No. Satisfied?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the U.S. Department of Judicial Affairs,
Excuse me. I think there's been an issue with the voting.
I'm sorry. If you just let me finish, what I'm trying to say is that we would like to thank you.
I'm trying to tell you something is wrong. Is it possible to recast the vote?
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Now, as I was saying, thank you for your thoughtful deliberation, and a very competent and qualified justice has just been nominated to the bench.
I'm sorry. So you're saying there's nothing that can be done about a system malfunction?
Or a vote that has been tampered with by someone in the process?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that everything will work out exactly the way it's supposed to.
I'm not comfortable with this. This needs to be documented or something.
If we can all just remain
I
calm.
think everyone should be questioned. Any volunteers to go first? Solomon?
Oh, for crying out loud! This was not me! T, how do we know it wasn't you, huh?
Let's see, because I'm not a privileged straight white guy who works in IT.
When did it become a crime to be a white guy in IT, huh?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the same time it became a crime to be a black guy in anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if we could just calm
Listen, there has to be a simple, civilized way we can get to the bottom of this.
I can assure you that things are under control here. They're
An
complete.
audit or something. I think we all just want to know Solomon wasn't involved with what happened.
if you would all just allow me to...
What? Am I under investigation now?
Just hang tight, everyone. Now, there's no...
I really don't think there's a need for things to get blown out of proportion. No hard feelings here, Solomon, but I really...
I've been the problem from the beginning.
You need to find out what was going on.
Would you all shut up? Christ. Dude, I don't believe it. You all had one simple job. All you were supposed to do is vote for the right person, and instead you spend all day going back and forth about everything under the sun, only to screw it up anyway. And to think, I see your mistakes. I correct your mistakes. I put my job on the line to right your wrongs, and you idiots aren't even smart enough to realize. You take the easy way out. You make the obvious assumption. Solomon?
I mean, you.
You damn right. I'm the one who saved you from disaster.
Saved? You tampered with an official voting process.
You were making a mistake. I wasn't counting on any of you to trace it back to me, but I sure as hell didn't think you all would be so simple. If there's one thing Americans know how to do, it's how to give credit to those who didn't do a damn thing to earn it. Solomon was the easiest one of all of you to fool, and you think he pulled it off? Every time I turn around, there's some article that's speculating an Antifa undercover operation or some Facebook post that's praising some QAnon conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, those of us who are on the ground taking the risk, the real risk, get overlooked. And I am sick of it. This thing is so much deeper than you realize. Any of you. This country is full of such stupid and ungrateful people. And the worst part is everyone thinks they're right. Everyone thinks they know everything. And no matter how many times you get proven wrong, you still operate the same way. And so the same thing continues to happen. I have seen time and time and time again, good people get shit on because the people in positions to actually do something about their problems are too busy with their heads up their own asses playing God. The audacity to think you get to decide who deserves to live, who is essential, who's worth saving. Meanwhile, those of us who don't meet their bullshit criteria are left on the side of the road like roadkill. Well, that ends now. We are done standing by and letting weak people continue to embarrass this country. America is a superpower, and it's time for us to start acting like it. It's time for those of us who actually have stake and stock in this country to protect what is ours and not let intruders or imposters come in and ruin it. This is our country, and it's time for us to take it back. Sometimes I wonder, like, what will it take for people to see, for people to get it? That those of us who are the real patriots are the only ones who can lead the charge, but nobody wants to hear from us. The media, reporters, all of them, they try to shove us out of the picture. They don't want to hear what we have to say. But we are done being ignored. One way or another, people are going to start listening, and I can see it now. A sea of us, an army of those of us who truly know what this country is meant to be, standing up at the steps of the Capitol. How empowering. How empowering it would be to stand on those sacred grounds. Replant the American flag and finally say to those pathetic politicians and to the world, we are here. See us. Notice us. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Whoa.
This is fucked.
Solomon, I owe you an apology.
I guess I do too.
It's not a bridge if there's no water underneath. Well, suppose I never considered that just because I don't walk around shouting and carrying a crowbar doesn't mean I'm doing my part. Wow. Hearing that kind of talk, seeing that kind of hurt in someone, well, it makes me realize that none of us should be silent.
The kind of deep-seated hurt in this country, kind of extreme and intense divide that people feel like what we just witnessed, there are a lot of people who feel that way. These people are all over, just walking around just like you and me, disguised, plotting, waiting. And you're right, Solomon. Everyone doesn't have to be a hero. But silence is compliance. Allegiance and allyship are active, not silent. I can't even begin to see where that kind of mentality comes from, but as much as I hate to say it, if we really want things to change in this country, he was right about two things. We better start having some real conversations. And we all better pay attention.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm one of the choreographers and dancers in 6 Feet Apart. This dance piece was meant to represent the physical distance that is between us, even though we see each other on Zoom about 5 days a week, and how that physical distance impacts our daily lives. Throughout creating this piece, we really achieved the closeness that we all so desperately craved in this virtual world, and we all really enjoyed making it. This will be most of our first performances, performing our own choreography here at Wayne State, so I really hope you all enjoy.
Alone, detached, individual, far, unreachable. In the world of screens and isolation, human touch and human interaction has been taken from us.
Feeling the physical presence of a person is a fundamental part of how people interact with one another. With this barrier of space and screens, we become awkward and scared.
We are meeting people who are supposed to become friends we keep for life, but we cannot hug, high five, or shake hands. We cannot step through a screen to be with one another.
This affects us in all aspects of our lives: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, and we wish one day to be closer than 6 feet apart.
Student Advocacy Collective means a lot to me. I'm finally able to have a voice in this department, let alone this entire world. I'm able to speak on a platform about many issues that affect many people, especially students that are part of the theater and dance program at Wayne State. And I'm also able to help represent them and build this liaison between students and faculty.
The council is open to all theater and dance graduate and undergraduate students. Join today. Contact your rep for more information.